Gentlemen, how are you? It's the Commissioner coming to you from the Commissioner's office. Well, actually, the Commissioner's kitchen, if you will. Week 1 of the 2017 World Fantasy Football League season. Lots of information, lots of stats, lots of things going on. I know I'm running a little bit late. Had Laura in for her checkup. She's still on IR for about 4 to 6 weeks with the heel injury. So, enough about her. Let's just get down to it. Week 1 in the World Fantasy Football League for 2017. Pirates of the Caribbean, my team, scored a league-high 84 points. Wah, wah. Thanks to Kareem Hunt, running back out of Kansas City, who gave me 30 points. But not only that, Sam Bradford, quarterback Minnesota, 18 points. And Graham Gano, kicker for Carolina, 11 points. And let's throw in the Carolina defense for another 12. So we beat Weapons of Mass Destruction. We also beat Points for Peanuts. League leading, 2-0, top of the McCartney division. What more can I say? Next one, P-Top Kevin Bottom, or as I like to call him, P-Top Matt Bottom. Getting a little cocky early on in the season. Got a D- rating in the draft from AAA, Michelin, AARP. A whole lot of people gave him a D-. Just sucked at draft. Reports of the team ownership hightailing it over to Europe to escape. I don't know. Matt's over in Slovakia. I'm going to put my foot up right now, so that's why I'm inappropriately stretching. But Matt's over in Slovakia. Did he escape just for his team? We'll never know. The team wound up 2-0. How that happened, I really don't know. They won both games, though, beating the practice squad and Rafi's Revenge. Team undefeated, second place, though, in the McCartney division. I got some other notes. These just came across the wire. I am literally trying to keep up with them, and do they say anything about P-Top Matt Bottom? No, I don't think so. It does say P-Top Kevin Bottom slid by the practice squad winning 61-56. P-Top Kevin Bottom won despite being projected to lose by more points than any other team. They were 9-point underdogs, so congratulations to P-Top Matt Bottom. They relied heavily on Tyreek Hill, who racked up 15 points. And Hill had to be the most surprising big performer this week, having been projected to score only 1.8 points. So, Matt, your team shot the load in the first week, I think. That's about it. So, that's really about it. But Groves 4B. What can we say about Groves 4B? Perennial kind of losers the last few years. The team beat Bloody Helmets and Rafi's Revenge this week to open up the 2017 World Fantasy Football League season. Now you may be asking yourself, when was the last time the Groves 4B opened up a season 2-0? We're going to have to go back in time a little bit. They have not done that since week 1, obviously, to open up the fantasy football season. Week 1 of 2011, so 6 years ago. So, considering the team only won 12 games last year, these 2 games, that's huge for the elder statesmen of the league. And they're in 3rd place overall in the McCartney division, but only 1 of 4 undefeated teams in the World Fantasy Football League. You really do not hear that very often, and Groves 4B in the same sentence. So there were a few notes on Groves 4B in here. I am choosing to ignore them, because I'm not caught up with this. Practice squad, returning champion. Cooper goes off to school. Well, how's that going to impact the team? Well, they lost a close one to P-Top Kevin Bottom. Got to be honest, that's embarrassing, for the returning champ to lose to P-Top Kevin Bottom. Almost Bucky-ish. But they did beat... Hang on. My foot is hitting. Can you guys hear that? That was my foot. So let's get back to practice squad, though. They did beat Rafi's Revenge to split for week 1. Team only 1 game out of 1st place, technically, because everybody else is undefeated in the McCartney division, but they sit in 4th place. So, returning champ, it's not too early for this team to show some gusto and come back, possibly win it all. Really the only team that's out of it, P-Top Kevin Bottom. Points for Peanuts. It was a battle of supremacy in the Ness household this week as Points for Peanuts took on the Legacy. Who would win it? Who would have to bake the Thanksgiving turkey? Who would have to cook it? I guess roast it. Do you roast it? or bake a turkey? Think about that one. Anyhow, who would come victorious from the Ness household? Points for Peanuts. Points for Peanuts, they squeaked out a 2-point victory over the Legacy, but they lost in a very close one to the Pirates of the Caribbean. 44 points they lost by. So, sorry, Paul. But with a split, the team's in 5th place in the McCartney division. Team is just happy to show the Legacy, though, who is the true champion in the Ness household. So, congratulations, points for Peanuts. Rafi's Revenge. Rafi's 2016 Bucky Award winner. Cessna, come on. Go. Hoping to show the league that last year's Bucky and really dismal performance was off in the past. Well, it wasn't, okay? You started out the season 0-2, losing to the divisional opponents P-Top, Kevin Bottom, and Gross 4B. Again, that is embarrassing. Not a good way to start out the season, but again, it is early. The team occupies the space that they've gotten used to. Last place. But let's just remember one thing. Rafi's Revenge received an A rating from AAA, AARP, and Michelin for the draft. So, A rating? Child, please. Bucky's son. This is what I wrote down. When you get 24 points from your defense, you better hope the rest of your team shows up too. Did they? They actually did. Bucky's son got more than enough as they defeated Taco Corp and Cool Hand Luke. They scored the second highest in the league with 83 points, 1 point less than my 84 points for Pirates of the Caribbean. They're the only undefeated team in the Lennon division, so hats off to you, Bucky's son. Weapons of mass destruction. It's hard to watch your team score 62 points and then realize that you're not going to get the sweep. Yeah, it's just been that type of year for Chad. Well, I mean, the season's early, but let's just say it. It's been that type of year for Chad. He scores 62 points, and he splits. Loses 84-62 to the Pirates. What can I say? My team was good. Beat the Legacy, though, 62-38. So, team second place overall in the Lennon division, single game out behind Bucky's son. Cool Hand Luke. This has been a hard offseason. I mean, last year he had to watch his son win the league championship in the very first year that he was in it. Martin's been in it 15 years, I think. Cool Hand Luke's been trying it. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. And you scored 41 points. Okay? It's not a great way to start out the season. Thankfully, though, you got a win over Bloody Helmets. It really doesn't take a lot. So you got the split. You lost to Bucky's son, which obviously, because you scored second highest in the league. Third place, though, in the Lennon division. Can't complain. You scored 41. The league low was 38, and you scored 41 and you split. So, talk to your team, but you're not going to win a championship with that type of stuff. So, okay? Just between you and I, that's poor. But you still got the split. Taco Corp. Taco Corp, I think, was more focused on last night's Monday Night Football home opener for the Vikings and the music that would be played. By the way, did a fabulous job. Vikings winning the home opener. But you had your mind elsewhere. You lost both games. You lost to the practice squad and Bucky's son. So the losses put you in 4th place overall in the Lennon division. But clearly, we can never count out a Rudolph-owned team. I mean, I guarantee it. At the end of the year, Steve will probably be in it. Okay? Mark my words. I'm not losing faith. I'm not losing hope. I'm not losing anything. Well, maybe my virginity. I don't know. But anyhow, might I digress. The Legacy. I'm not really sure what happened to the Legacy this week. Move into college. I'm just noticing I'm doing this motion a lot in this report. Well, I do know what happened to the Legacy. They moved into college. They started looking at girls. And they scored a whopping 38 points. Horrendous. That's just the word. Horrendous. They lost both games. Here's what I read. They lost both games, but did the pressure of the first week of college affect the team's ability to perform? I think so. They lost to Weapons and to Points for Peanuts. As we noted before, again, this motion, as we noted before, they lost the Battle of the Ness household. So what that entails, I'm not sure what the side bet was. Leave your comments down below. Let me know. Thankfully, Bloody Helmets, though, did suck more than the Legacy this week. So you're only in 5th place in the Lennon division. So that's not too bad. And now we get to the lowly Bloody Helmets. Now remember, this was the team that got I think it was an A+ rating. Was that an A+ rating after the draft? Yes. Bloody Helmets. A whopping 38 points. Wow. Right there. Get used to that, Eric. Yeah, 38 points. They dropped both games. Grove Shore beat Coolham Luke. They sit in the basement of the Lennon division. I mean, it was absolutely horrendous. So, looking ahead to next week, I didn't print that sheet out, so but we've got some stuff, some big games next week. I'm just not going to tell you about them. So you're going to have to research them on your own and figure out which ones are the Commissioners' games of the week. I could tell you what they are, but that would mean that I'd have to look through here. But let me just add this one little comment that just caught my eye. Coach Eric Berg could have won the game with the right lineup. They could have split, okay? They left the Buccaneers defense, special teams in the lineup, despite the fact that he was guaranteed 0 points. That's poor. We knew that Tampa and Miami were going to have a bye in week 1 early on. Eric, you could have made the switcheroo. You know what? I'm done with it. Okay? Gentlemen, it's been an interesting start to week 1. That's all I'll say. We've got 15 more weeks of this fun stuff. It is glorious weather here, by the Commissioner's office. Greg kind of turned there a little bit. So get your rosters in. We do not have any, I believe, no buys coming up now in weeks 2, 3, and 4, I believe it is. So we're good to go. So that's it from the Commissioner's office. I hope you guys have a great week 2 coming up. Get your rosters set. Remember, we got a Thursday night game. So from the Commissioner's office, I'll do this one more time. See you guys.